This is a complete A to Z guide, a step-by-step course on how to start, run and scale a profitable Facebook ad campaign. Most online coaches sell the same information for over $500, but I am giving it away all for free. So make sure you watch the video till the end. In this video, we will be covering Facebook ad overview, how to find the right target audience, and also how to save money in ad testing, types of ads and the right way to create campaigns, ad set and ads, creating high quality creatives for free, tips, tricks and strategies on how to run profitable Facebook ads, scaling Facebook ads the right way, and lastly, the common mistakes that beginners make when they get started with running their first Facebook ad. This video is part of our free digital marketing mastery course where I show you how to become a pro digital marketer without spending thousands of dollars on paid course. Make sure you click on the I button or the links in the description to watch our entire free course playlist on YouTube. We launch 2 free courses every month on this channel, so make sure you subscribe to get courses worth thousands of dollars for free. Yes, the video is long, that is the reason we have timestamps. Check the video description to jump over a particular section of the video. Also bookmark this video and save it to your watch later list for quick references. Lastly, as always, I along with my team have created multiple bonuses for you guys. These bonuses include Facebook worksheet, ad audit checklist, and Facebook ad creative examples. To get these bonuses, all you have to do is like the video, subscribe to our channel, and comment with "I want to learn Facebook ads because." Once we reach 5,000 likes and comments, I will make the link to all these bonuses public in the video description. So without wasting any time, let's dive into our free Facebook course. 10% of the ad revenue of this video goes towards feeding the needy. Check the link in the description for our Mission No Hunger. And the rest 90% of the revenue helps us to launch many more free courses for you lovely people. So kindly support us. Welcome to our comprehensive Facebook ads course. Watching this video till the end will make you a Facebook ads champion. So let's start with, why should you even focus on Facebook ads? Is it even worth it? As you all probably know that Facebook is the biggest social media network out there. And Facebook has been really smart with their acquisitions. They purchase Instagram, they purchase WhatsApp, and both of them have been really good acquisitions for them. Especially when we talk about Facebook ads, Instagram ads go hand in hand because either you're running ads on Facebook or Instagram, both use the same platform. Let's talk about Facebook. Is running Facebook ads in 2021 even relevant? Founded in 2004, Facebook has become so massive that it has 2.8 billion monthly active Facebook users by the end of 2020. And 1.8 billion of these Facebook users use the app on a daily basis. More than half of global Facebook users are aged 18 to 24 or 25 to 34. You'll be shocked to know that Facebook generated 86 billion of revenue in 2020. And I think the more important metric is that Facebook was estimated to have won 23.5% of US digital ad revenue over 2020. So if you're running digital ads, then ignoring Facebook will be a mistake. Facebook along with Instagram have created thousands of companies who are making millions of dollars just through their ad platform. But running a profitable ad campaign or a profitable funnel is an art. It requires a lot of knowledge, requires a lot of expertise, a lot of know-how, a lot of testing, and a good digital marketing strategy. Apart from this, Facebook is the third most visited website and the second most downloaded app, and Facebook Messenger is number 7. So in all, Facebook is dominating everything. Since Facebook and Instagram go hand in hand, let's also talk about few of the numbers associated with Instagram. There are almost 1 billion Instagram users worldwide in 2021, and 71% of the billion monthly active users on Instagram are under the age of 35. And the more important metric is that Instagram users spend an average of 53 minutes per day. That's massive. Spending so much time on a social media platform is huge, especially for advertisers who are always looking for attention. 71% of the US businesses use Instagram, and 50% of Instagrammers follow at least one business. So if you have a business and you are not on Instagram, then you are missing out on a lot of things. Now let's talk about the difference between Google Ads and Facebook Ads. We already have a very comprehensive video on running Google Ads. If you haven't watched it, make sure you watch that as well. The link is in the description. The primary difference between the two is that Google Ads is an intent-based ad, whereas Facebook Ads are interest-based ads. Let me explain. Whenever you're searching on Google for something, like in this scenario, I've searched for best mattress. So if I'm searching for this, then I might have an intent of buying the mattress. I might be looking for a good mattress. I might be researching for finding the right mattress for myself. So here I had the intent of purchasing a mattress. But let's say if you're browsing your Facebook feed and suddenly you see a mattress ad. What are the chances of you clicking on that mattress ad? Compared to Google Ads, it's relatively low. Because on Google Ads, I have shown the intent that I'm actually looking for a mattress. And here you can see all the ads. So I'm more likely to click on these ads because I'm looking for the right mattress. Then I'll go through all these reviews. I might click on a link and purchase a mattress. On a side note, these are all affiliate reviews. If you don't know what affiliate marketing is and how to make money through affiliate marketing, we have a comprehensive playlist on the same. So if you want to watch our free affiliate marketing course, please check the link in description. So this is how Google Ads work. It's an intent-based ad, but you have to understand that Facebook knows a lot about you. Whenever you are creating an account, you give a lot of information to Facebook about your name, your age, your gender. And when you start using Facebook, then again, you also give a lot of information to Facebook about your likes, your dislikes, your interest, the kind of content you are interacting with, the kind of ads you are clicking. Whenever you are spending any time on Facebook, Facebook is creating your profile. That profile contains a lot of information about your likes, dislikes, what kind of things you like, what kind of products you are more likely to click on, what kind of ads interest you the most. And based on this profile, your advertiser profile is created. So if someone wants to show you an ad, they are not targeting you, they are targeting an interest. So as an advertiser, let's say you want to sell guitars. So you can select an interest guitar on Facebook, and Facebook will then start showing your ad to all the people who might have shown an interest in guitar related content. Maybe they have clicked on a guitar ad. Maybe they like guitar related songs. Maybe they like to talk about guitars. So all the people, all the profiles Facebook has related to that particular interest, they'll start showing your ad to all those people. So that is why these are interest based ads. I hope you understood the concept. Okay. If you've gone through our Google Ads course, then you know that whenever you are running ads, there is a structure to the ads. At the top level, you'll find the business manager. It is the headquarter for all your Facebook advertising. Then comes the ad manager. This is the area where you manage all the ad accounts you have. A single business manager can have multiple ad accounts. Also, let's say if you're a digital marketing agency, you might be running ads for different clients. So you can set up all of that in the ad manager. Ad account is where you manage the ad performance and access campaigns. When you are just starting your Facebook account, you are given access to a single ad account. But as you show a better performance, you can create multiple ad accounts. Usually you have to relate one ad account with one business. You can have multiple businesses and hence multiple ad accounts. So you have campaigns, you have ad set, and then you have ads. At the campaign level, you select the objective. The objective could be anything. It could be app install, it could be traffic, it could be conversions, it could be lead generation. Then at the ad set level, you define the target audience. Like if you want to target males in a particular country in the age bracket of XYZ to XYZ. So at the ad set level, you select the targeting. And then comes the ad. Ad is where you select the creative. It could be an image, it could be a GIF, it could be a video, it could be a carousel. How your ad will look, what will be the text that will accompany the image, or what will be the text that will accompany the video. So at the ad level, you'll find all the different ads. Let's talk more about the campaign, ad set, and the ad level. You have to understand that whenever you are running a campaign, you have to have multiple ad set. So let's say the goal of the campaign is app install. Then you have to have multiple ad set. One ad set can be targeting males in a particular geography. One ad set can have females in different geography or maybe different age bracket. Because once you have different testing, different ad set, only then you'll be able to find the right audience for yourself. Because once you start running ads, you won't have the definition or the exact audience which will perform the best. So you have to create multiple ad sets and multiple ads in order to test out multiple things so that you can find the right audience, the audience that converts the best at the cheapest price. See, the ultimate goal for any funnel is to get the highest ROI. So if you're spending $100, how much money you are able to generate in the backend. So now let's talk about Business Manager and how you can access all the different settings of Facebook ads. So you have to go to business.facebook.com. This is where your Business Manager resides. So why do you need Business Manager? If you had more than one ad account, you need to request access to pages or ad account. So let's say if you're a digital marketing agency, you might have multiple clients. You can request access to their pages and ad accounts to become an analyst or advertiser. You can also run ads on their behalf. Also, if you have a team, you might have multiple people working in your company. You can add user roles and assign them various tasks. Also, managing multiple businesses, multiple accounts becomes very easy with a Business Manager. So to create an account, click here on Create Account. Log into your Facebook, and it's a fairly straightforward process. I already have a Business Manager, so I'll be logging into that. So this is the area you will be redirected to. Since this is a brand new ad account, you won't see much data here, but you have multiple pages connected, you are doing some stuff, then you'll see a consolidated report here on the dashboard. You'll find all the different pages you are connected to, all the different messages, the interaction, the stats related to those messages. All the details will be available here on the dashboard. On the left hand side, you'll find the different settings. This is the activity. The inbox will contain all the messages and you can also reply from here. Similarly, you have posts and stories, ads. Ads is the area you can create multiple ads. Insights will give you all the data and more tools will give you all the different settings. You have ads manager, ads reporting, billing, events manager, etc. So the first thing we'll do is click on go to business settings. So on the left hand side, you'll see multiple settings, people, partners, system users, pages, ad account, etc. Let's go through each setting one by one. People are all the people who have access to this business account. Here you can see Ankur Agarwal, my name. Gaurav Mishra is my team member. He also has access to this account. You can see that Ankur Agarwal has been assigned the ad account 115660648. If you want to add multiple people, you can filter them by name or email ID. You can click on add and they will be added. If you have multiple people working in your team and you want to give them access, you can add all the members here. Click on add. Here you can add the email ID And then you have multiple access roles. You can give them employee access or admin access. Admin access will give all the control. They can edit settings, people, contacts, and tools. Employee access will limit the privileges. You have advanced option as well. You can give other different type of roles as well if you want. Add the email ID, select the role that you want to give, and click on next, and they will be added once they accept it. Partners is used when you want to work with a digital marketing agency. If they already have a business manager, they can get access to your business account. You can click on add here, and you can add the business ID here and click on next. This way you can use the partner setting. The next important area is pages. So right now we haven't added any pages, but if you want to add a new page, click on add. There are three options. You can add a page that you already own. You can also request access to a page. Let's say you are running ads for someone else. Then you can request the access to a page and they will be notified. And once they grant the access, you can add the page here. You can also create a brand new page. Click on add a page. You can add the URL of the page or search for the page name. Like a search for marketer's feed, you can see the page is found. I can click here and click on add page. So apart from Facebook page, we also have an Instagram property. As you know that Instagram ads are also run through this dashboard. So we'll be adding both these accounts. Click on add all. Then comes the add accounts. So similar to add account, there are multiple settings here. I won't be going through each and every setting. Otherwise this video will go for over 4 hours. But the more important one is the payment methods. Here you can connect your debit card. Also check the security area. Make sure you have two-factor authentication on, since this ad account you'll be spending thousands of dollars. So you have to protect it. You can also add another admin if you want. Also go to the business info section. Make sure your business details are also completely filled. The name of your business, the address, website, tax ID. Also verify your business verification. This will also enable other Facebook products. As you can see, the ad account creation limit here is 5. As you start spending more and more money on Facebook, this ad account creation limit will increase. Also the amount of credit on Facebook will keep on increasing as you keep on paying the bills on time. So now let's go to the area for which you have been waiting for. Click on these 3 arrows. Again, you get access to all the different settings: account quality, billing, brand safety, etc. Click on Ads Manager. This is the area which has all the campaigns, ad set, ads. Here you can select the ad account. Here you can select the date range. All these columns can be customized. Here you can customize the column according to performance, setup, delivery, engagement. You can also export the reports. Don't worry, this might look complicated, but we will be talking about each and every option here. As you can see here, we have the campaign, ad set, and ads. As I already showed in the diagram, that campaign level you select the objective, ad set level you select the targeting, and ads are the creative that are shown to your target audience. So I have used this account to run few ads, so that's why you see multiple campaigns here. FDMC is the free digital marketing course. To create a new campaign, you have to click on create. And these are the main objectives. As I told you, at the campaign level, you select the objective of the campaign. So it could be awareness, it could be consideration, or it could be conversion. Awareness is when you want people to know more about your brand. Consideration is when you want to drive traffic, or when you want people to take a certain action. Like if you want them to click on your ad and come to a particular URL or engage with the ad. Maybe you are targeting people who might like the ad, comment on the ad. App install is when you want people to install your app. Similarly, as I told you, that ads can be multiple types. It could be image, it could be video, it could be GIF. So if you are running a video ad, then you can also do ad targeting video views. People who are more likely to engage with the video. Similarly, if you're a local business or if you're a lead generation business, then you are always looking for leads. Then you can run lead generation ads. You can also run messenger ads. As you know, Facebook also offers messenger ads. Then the third is conversion. Conversion ads are usually very popular, even for e-commerce website or any business who's selling any product or services. The final goal is to look for conversion. A conversion is when a particular sale happens or a particular action happens. Like the conversion could be adding the email ID on a landing page. The conversion could be people purchasing a particular product. The conversion could be people adding a testimonial. So these are the different objective Facebook offer. Depending on the objective of your business, you can select the objective and start creating the ad set. So you have to understand that Facebook has enormous data for all the users they have. So the objective you select here, the ads will be shown to people who are more likely to convert for the objective. So if you select the objective here as traffic, then the ads will be shown to people who are more likely to do the app install. In the end, Facebook wants the business to succeed, because if a business is succeeding, only then they'll be spending more money on Facebook. And that's how Facebook makes money. So Facebook will always be favoring the advertisers. They want their advertisers to win. If the advertiser is winning, that means Facebook is winning. When we talk about conversion, how would Facebook even know that the conversion actually happened? Let's say if the conversion goal is an e-commerce sale, how would Facebook even know that the person actually purchased the product? And that happens through a pixel. We will be talking later about how to add pixel to your website. Pixel is a HTML code that is given to you by Facebook, and you add it to the particular page where the person lands when the conversion takes place. So if the conversion goal is e-commerce sale, then you can add the pixel in the thank you page. and tell Facebook that if someone lands on this thank you page, that means the conversion has taken place. And that way you can track the conversions and also educate Facebook about people who are converting so that Facebook can then go and search for more people and show the ad to similar people who are more likely to convert. That is the reason Facebook ads are highly scalable, because Facebook has so much data. With the help of a Facebook pixel, you'll be able to get enormous data about the people who are visiting your website, the amount of time they are spending, what kind of things they are browsing, what kind of actions they are taking on your website. All this important data will be available on Facebook. So to add pixel to your website, all you have to do is click here, go to Events Manager. Here you can see that I've already have a pixel built, but you'll see a blank space here, and here you'll find the setting of creating a pixel. You'll find the setting here of connecting a data source, and from there you'll have three options: web, app or offline. Select web option. Then you can select Facebook pixel, then you can name the pixel, add the website that you want the pixel on. From there, it will give you all the different instructions on adding the pixel to your website. Your website could be built on WordPress or on different platform. It could be Shopify or it could be any other platform. For every platform, it will have detailed instruction, or you can add it manually as well. There will be a code that will be given to you if you select the option of adding it manually. Once you copy the code, if you have a WordPress website like ours, like here on marketerspeed.com, if you've seen a blogging course or affiliate marketing course and build the website like that, then you can go to Thrive Dashboard. Here, scroll down, go to Analytics and Scripts, click on Add New, paste the script here, name the script label as Facebook pixel. The pixel should be placed before head because that is what is recommended. Insert it in Thrive Themes and Landing Pages. I want the pixel on all the different pages of the website, and click on Continue. Once that is done, within a few minutes, your pixel will start firing. Now let's start with creating a campaign, an ad set, and few ads. Here in the dashboard, you are already seeing some of the campaigns that we created earlier. FDMC stands for Free Digital Marketing Course. Here you'll find multiple campaigns. Instagram feeds, AMMC stands for the Affiliate Marketing Mastery course. As you already know that this Facebook ads video is part of our free digital marketing mastery course. Apart from that, we also have an affiliate marketing mastery course. If you're interested in that, the links are in the description. So we are also running Instagram ads. We are also running various Facebook video ads. As you might have already seen on Facebook, Instagram, that videos are performing really well. Instead of photos, GIFs and videos are giving a really good ROI. People are engaging much better with the videos. And also the cost of running a video ad, in my experience, in my industry, I have seen that the cost is relatively lower compared to an image ad. So that is why you'll see that most of the ads that we are running are video ads. What is the meaning of lookalike? We will be knowing more about lookalike audience later in the video. So to start a campaign, all you have to do is click on create. I've already told you about the different campaign objectives. Let's start with the traffic campaign. As we are trying to drive more traffic to our free playlist. Here Facebook is given a definition of traffic as send people to a destination like a website, app, or a Facebook event or a messenger conversation. But traffic in general, you can drive people from Facebook to any particular area. In our case, we'll be driving it to a YouTube playlist. You can name your campaign ad set and add here, or you can do it later as well. Let's name the campaign. So FDMC is a free digital marketing course. Let's add the name as test. This is a test campaign created for this video purpose. For the ad set and the ad name, we'll be leaving it right now. Click on continue. So this new window will open up. So this is how your campaign will look like. On the left hand side, you will find the campaign as the folder, then the new ad set and new ad. So this is the structure of any ad, the name of the campaign here. So we'll be going through all these options. Before doing that, I also want to cover a very handy area that Facebook provides. Click on these three bars, scroll down and click on Audience Insights. Open in a new tab. Now Audience Insight is a very handy tool. See, there are two types of people. People who know their customer persona and people who don't. Especially if you're a new business, you might have an idea of the kind of people you're targeting. Let's say majority of the customers are male. They're in the range of 30 to 35 in the age bracket. You might know some of their likings, dislikes, etc. So that's the persona that you might have from your previous clients or customers. For example, in my case, I have a free digital marketing course. And this is the first time I'm creating an ad. This is the first time I'm promoting my course. Then I don't really know what kind of people should I target. Are they male? Are they female? What's the age bracket? What are their likes? What are their dislikes? The country, the geographical distribution, etc. So for that, Facebook gives you a handy tool called Audience Insight. So go to potential audience. So right now you can see that Facebook has 380 million people as a potential audience size in India and two other. Right now, India is selected. And you can see the distribution of these 380 million people, 77% being male and 22.8% women. Then the top Indian cities being Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, etc. and with their percentage distribution. You also get to know the top pages. So let's say if I want to promote my free digital marketing course in US. So I'll click on filter. I'll search for United States. I'll keep the age bracket as 18 to 65 plus, gender all. So you can see the potential audience size of 230 million. If you check the platform, it's both Facebook and Instagram, location United States and age 18 to 65 plus and gender all. You'll also see the difference of distribution. In the case of India, the distribution was widely different from what is shown in the US. The top cities being New York, Los Angeles, Houston. But this is not the data you want. You want the data for the interest you are targeting. So in the filter, again, we'll add the interest. My playlist is about digital marketing. So let's add the interest as digital marketing. And now you can see the potential audience size is decreased to 28 million, and the distribution being that 53% of women are interested in digital marketing and 45% men are interested. You'll also see the top cities being New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, Atlanta, etc. So on this general distribution, I know also another very important metric I can see is that above 24 and till 44 are the audiences that I have to target. And also there's a very balanced distribution among men and women. So it's not like I only have to target men, but I also have to target women. So to create your ad set, this gives you a very good idea to start with. As I told you earlier, at the ad set level, you also have to select your geography, the age distribution. So this data really helps you out in saving a lot of money in testing. Because if you select the entire audience size from 18 to 65, then you'll be wasting a lot of ad spend because this age bracket and this age bracket won't be responding well with my ad because they are not my target audience. Rather, these age brackets are really my target audience. So whenever you're starting a campaign, always use the audience insight tool. This will really help you out in starting and also optimizing your ad budget. So again, going to our ads manager, clicking on the FDMC test, the campaign that we created. So you can see this is the campaign tab, ad set tab and ads. Once a campaign is selected, you can see one selected. That means FDMC test is selected. If you go to the ad set level, since the campaign FDMC test is selected, you'll only see the ad set that are in the campaign. If you want to create multiple ad set in a particular campaign, you can click here, click on create, and for the single campaign, you can create the ad set. Similarly, you can create multiple ads. You can also duplicate the ad. We will be talking more about this later in the video. So go to campaign, click on edit. Looking at the settings at campaign level, you can see it's in the draft state right now. We haven't yet published it. You can also review it. You can create the name template. For the ad categories, leave it just like that. Here was the objective of a campaign. We were targeting the traffic campaign. Leave the A/B test area. Now let's talk about CBO, which is the campaign budget optimization. The daily budget selected here is 4,000 INR. Since this account, the currency selected is INR, which is Indian rupees. What I will recommend is to have the campaign budget, daily budget is 4,000 INR, which is approximately $55 to $60. What I will recommend for all the people who are just starting out to at least start with $10 of a daily budget because you need some data and you need to educate the Facebook algorithm. As I told you in the Google Ads video as well, that the algorithm of these companies are really advanced, but you need to give a lot of data for the algorithm to work effectively. And the data will only be collected when you have some decent budget and when you have some decent impression, clicks, etc. So whenever I am running a campaign, I usually start with at least $10 per day. So once the budget is selected, go to the ad set level. So FDMC. So here we can select the ad set name, FDMC, US, men, and let's target men 25 to 34. So FDMC is the free digital marketing course. I'm targeting the United States region and I'm targeting only men in the age bracket of 25 to 34. The objective was traffic as we chose earlier in the campaign area. You can also drive the traffic to application, Messenger or WhatsApp. But here we want to drive the traffic to a website. Website being any link because even our playlist on YouTube is a link. Don't play with these two options. Budget and schedule. Scroll down. The location here selected is India. Click on edit. So in the drop down area, you'll see 4 options. People living in or recently in this location. People living in this location. People recently in this location. I usually select the second option. People living in this location because these are the people who are actually residing in the United States and not the people who are maybe traveling, etc. And for the include section, I'll search for United States. I'll select United States. And here you can see the potential reach is 240 million people. For the age bracket, I'll select 25. And I'll select 34. I'm selecting this because this is what we got to know in our audience insights. As we saw that 25 to 34 is a very popular age bracket among digital marketing interest people. For the genders, I can select both genders, but I usually run the campaigns separately for men and women. I want to see how the campaigns are reacting to different genders. So I'll select men here. And for the detailed targeting, I'll click on edit. And in the interest, I'll add digital marketing. So if I select digital marketing, you'll see the reach has brought down to 4,600,000 people because we have a filter of age bracket, then we have a filter of gender, then we also have a filter of the interest. You can also create multiple exclusion or inclusion. You can add multiple interests here. I can also add the interest as online marketing if I search for online advertising. Because online advertising is also somewhat related to digital marketing. So you can see the potential reach has increased, or you can even exclude something. Let's say you have inclusion of multiple interests, but you don't want to get your ad shown to few of the people or a subset of that interest. Then you can exclude the audience. And let's say I don't want to show my ad to people who have an interest in search engine optimization. So I exclude the audience. So this will show my ad to all the people who have an interest in digital marketing and online advertising. But among all those people, the ad will not be shown to all the people who have an interest in search engine optimization, which is also a part of digital marketing. We have a very comprehensive video on SEO as well. So for now, I'll delete this exclusion and I'll also delete this because right now I only want to show the ads to people who have an interest in digital marketing. So here the budget and the schedule part. Here you can select when the ad set should be live. You can also set an end date if you want. These are again ad set dependent and depends on the kind of business you are promoting and the kind of ads you are running. We will be talking more about the audience segment later in the video, but audience is an extremely important part whenever you're running multiple Facebook campaigns. So all the ads you are running, you can create sub-segments of all the people who have seen the ads, who have maybe interacted with the ad, and then you can find new audiences, which are highly relevant to the audiences that you're looking for. So we'll be talking more about that later in the video. So here we have selected the demography, the age, gender, and the interest. You can also add the languages if you want. If you want the ads to show to a specific language, you can do that. But right now I'll be showing the ads to other different languages because English being the primary language in the United States. In the placement section, you will find two options, automatic placement and manual placements. Facebook has multiple placements. If you click on manual placements, then you will find all the different placements that Facebook offers. You can see that there is a feed placement. And if you hover on to any placement, then you'll also be able to get a preview of the placement on the right hand side. So in the feed section, you will have Facebook news feeds, Instagram feed, then Instagram Explore, Facebook video feeds, Facebook Marketplace. Again, we have stories on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Messenger stories, then in-stream, then we have search ad, message ad, in-article ads, apps and sites. With automatic placements, your budget is easily exhausted. So this is usually recommended for people who are just starting out, who haven't yet tested the market, who really don't know what kind of placement is giving the best results. So if you're just starting out with your business, I'll recommend you guys to start with a small budget of $10 to $20 and then start with automatic placements because this will give you the relevant data to understand what kind of placement is giving the best ROI. And once you have that data, you can maximize or create a new ad set and only focus on the placements that are giving you the best ROI. I'll take my case. I already have the data. And I already know the placements that are giving me the best return. So I'll go for manual placement. I won't run the Messenger ads. I won't run on audience network, but I want the Facebook and Instagram. In that, I'm only looking for Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed. I'm not looking for Facebook Marketplace. I'm again looking for Facebook video feeds. I'm not looking for Facebook right column. And again, I'll disable Instagram Explore. Similarly for stories, yes, I want Instagram and Facebook stories. These two are very heavy traffic channel. So I do want to include them. For the in-stream, I don't want the in-stream ads. Again, I don't want search ads. I don't want messages. I don't want in-article ads. So primarily, I'm looking for the newsfeed ads and the stories ad. These are the best placements I have. Again, you can see the potential reach has not decreased because these are the main traffic channel for Facebook and Instagram. Because primarily, the majority audience will see the ads either in stories or in their newsfeed. Then optimization and delivery. There are multiple options. You can go for landing page views. You can go for link clicks. You can go for impressions and daily unique reach. In this case, Facebook will deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on the ads. As the description says that in landing page views, Facebook will deliver your ads to people who are more likely to click on your ads links and load the website or instant experience. So if you're running a lead generation ad or you have created a landing page for your service or a product, then I'll recommend you guys to go for landing page views. If you want more clicks on your link, then you can go for link clicks. If you want more impressions, if you're focusing more on the branding, if you really want more and more people to know about the ad, then you can go for impressions because this will deliver your ads to people as many times as possible. This will increase the impressions. An impression of an ad is when someone views your ad, then that will count as a single impression. And similarly, you have daily unique reach. I'll be going for link clicks because I want people to click on my link and visit my YouTube playlist. So these are the primary settings that you have to work on. So you select the ad set name, you have the objective, then you have the schedule and the time. We'll be talking more about the saved audience and the create new audience later. Then you select the demographic, then you select the age bracket, the gender, the interest. This is the main area where you'll be selecting your targeting. And then this is another very important area, placements. If you want to optimize your budget, if you want to have the maximum ROI, then again, this becomes important. And once that is selected, you click on next. Next will take you to the ad section. This is where you'll be uploading the ads. Now let's talk about creating the ad, which is the most fun part and the most important one as well. How your ads are shown and how your ad looks will directly impact how many people will actually click on the ad. The ad really needs to resonate with your target audience. If your ad is not resonating, then your CTR, which is the click-through rate, will decrease and you will have to pay more money compared to your competition. You can select your ad name. Like it could be a carousel ad as well. So what are carousel ad? If you scroll down to the ad setup, there are three different options. Single image or video. If you're uploading a single image or a video ad, then carousels are different images tagged together. If you select carousel here, you'll get a preview here. I'll click on expand and show you how it looks. So if you select on the mobile news feed, you'll get a preview on the desktop news feed on the mobile news feed. In the carousel ad, you'll have multiple images tagged together. I haven't yet selected multiple images and each image will have a call to action, which is customizable. Similarly, you have a collection as well. Primarily, you'll be focusing more on the single image or the video ad because these give the best return. Carousel ads are good for e-commerce related brands because if you're selling a product or a service, or if you can also showcase your testimonials, you can also show some social proof using carousel ad as well. In this case scenario, we'll be focusing only on single image and video ads. In the drop-down list, select the Facebook page and Instagram account where you want to show the ads. I forgot to mention earlier, if you want to show the ads on Instagram, you'll also have to connect your Instagram account on Facebook business account. So I have connected my Facebook page and Instagram account. Once you scroll down, this is the ad creative. Here you will be uploading the image or the video. You will be uploading the image if you are doing image ads, or you'll be uploading the video if you're doing video ads. If you upload few images, Facebook also offers the option of creating the slideshow by itself. I usually don't recommend this because once you're running ads, it's a very creative process. And when you are spending so much money on getting the best ROI, you need to make sure that your image and video resonates with your audience. And for that, you need some experience. You need to find the right creatives, right copywriting. Creating an ad won't come naturally to you. It requires some practice. It requires some patience and a lot of research of what your competitors are running. If you have seen our SEO course, then you know you use a tool called SEMrush. If you search for any domain like skyscanner.com, and if I look at the display advertising, so you'll be able to find all the creatives that a company is running. Like for skyscanner.com, you have 837 different image ads. If I click on view all image ads, you'll be able to find all the different creatives companies are using, like Get More with a stopover in Singapore. So whatever your industry is, try to add a few of the domain names of your competitors and try to understand their display advertising. Look at the text they are adding on the banner, the different social proof, the CTA. The CTA says book now, as you can see. So right now you're in the research mode, you're trying to understand what your competitor is running. Unless and until you know what your competitor is running, you'll never be able to create the ads that can beat the competition. If you're following our blogging and affiliate marketing course, and if you are into SEO, then you can invest in SEMrush. I have a free trial link. This will be a comprehensive tool that will help you in multiple ways. If you don't want to use SEMrush, there are other free alternatives of doing competitive research. You can open this URL, adespresso.com ads example. If you're a beginner with Facebook ads and you really don't know where to start, then you can go for adespresso.com ads examples. This is a very comprehensive article with various examples of photo ads, video ads, carousel ads, slideshow ads, along with some description on what are the strengths and pros and the cons of each ad. You'll find clear benefit, clear call to action. Like ClassPass has with 1 million workout to choose from. We aren't kidding when we say we have something for everyone. Find your thing, the tagline, and try 2 weeks free. The call to action has to be really enticing. Now, when you're offering something for free, like try 2 free weeks, then the effort to try something becomes lower and hence the conversion rate increases. So this all comes under copywriting. You really have to focus on the benefits of your product and services. Instead of telling the features to your audience, focus on the benefits that you are providing because the audience is always attracted towards the benefits, not the features. So I'll recommend you guys to go through this page and check all the different ads and also read the text that is accompanied by each ad, understanding why an ad was made, what was the reason behind it, what are the good things about the ad. Apart from this, Facebook also offers you an ads library. It's free of cost. You don't have to pay any money for this. So open the URL facebook.com/ads.library and this page will open up. Here, let's select United States. For the ad category, we'll select all ads. And for the interest, let's select dog food and let's see what the results are. So here we have 5100 results and launched May 2021. So these are the ads that were launched in May 2021 and are related to dog food in United States. So Bacon Spray must be a company in dog food niche. You can see got a picky pup, add natural flavors. They love an omega-3 oils. You can also watch the video ad. You can see the video quality is good. It's custom made, stating the benefits of the product. And these are the ads that were made in April 2021. They are mostly of Bacon Spray. We have a different company here, Dr. Marty Pets. So this tool will really help you out in looking at different companies in your niche who are running ads. This will give you some inspiration, some ideas. I'm not recommending you guys to exactly copy the ads, but take some inspiration and try to be innovative. Try to combine the innovation with how your product should be presented to the audience. As you can see for yourself, most of the people are running video ads because video ads are giving the best return these days. Similarly, let's try Shopify. As you can see that Shopify has been very popular in the last few years. Hundreds and thousands of businesses are running their Shopify stores, selling some kind of thing, some kind of a product. You'll get a lot of inspiration from Shopify related stores because these people know the art of running profitable campaigns. So try to understand their ads, what they are selling, what's the text accompanied with each ad, how they're creating the video, what are the good points about each video. This will really help you out in researching about different ad campaigns, what they are stressing, what kind of things you like in a particular ad, and then you can make a list of all these good things and incorporate the good things in your ads. So this is what I will recommend for all the beginners or even for experienced professionals. Whenever you're running ad, you should know what kind of ads will perform the best. And doing this research will help you in saving money in wasted ad spend and rather will give you the best ROI for your ad campaign. Guys, if you have any doubts in Facebook ad research or want more comprehensive video on any of the topic that I have discussed in this video, or if you want me to create an advanced video on Facebook ads and how to beat your competition, then let me know in the comment section. If I get enough responses, then I'll create a comprehensive video in our community. Once you have done your research, now comes the time of creating that. When we talk about single image or video, you need the image or the video to upload. For that, there's a very popular free tool called Canva.com. I have the link of this tool in the description of the video. It's a free trial of Canva Pro. Although its free version is again very popular. If you have seen our other courses, then you know that I love Canva. It's a free tool. Its free version itself is offering so much more benefits and it's fairly popular. You can see over 242 million people are using Canva on a monthly basis. Now it offers so many different graphic opportunities, be it anything. Like you can see, you can create presentation, video, Instagram post, Facebook post. You can create social media post, story, Facebook cover, YouTube thumbnail. You can create print-based products, poster, flyer. So anything you can imagine related to graphic need, Canva is there for you. It is a very beautiful editor. It's fairly easy to use and any beginner can understand it. You can create videos, you can create Instagram posts, Facebook posts, posters, and it has stock templates. You don't even have to create everything from scratch. It has basic stock templates. You can work on the template, customize it according to your color scheme, add new elements, images, upload videos. There's just so much to Canva.com. If you want a free trial to its Canva Pro, it also offers a pro version. Then you can use my link. Else you can just sign up for the free version. That alone will do the job. To give you an idea of how image ad will look like, I'll log into my account. These are the few image ads that I created from scratch. It did not take me much time. So everything here is customizable. Be the background color. I can change the background color to anything I want. I can change the text. I can change the font. I can change the text color, the indentation. There's just so much to add. Similarly, this element. This is a symbol that I added. The tagline of my course is Learn Digital Marketing for Free. So this is what I added. Image of me. People connect with people. So it's good to add a human image and also image which is straight looking into the eyes of the camera because that will help in increasing the CTR, which is click-through rate. It's a very basic image that I created. It's not a very professional looking image, but just for the show purpose, I created this image. Here again, I created a second version of the same image, Learning Digital Marketing in 2021. Click here. As I told you earlier, you need to test a lot. Testing is the way to optimize the budget. Testing is the way to get the maximum ROI of your spend. Initially, you never know what creative will work, which creative will give you the lowest ROI, which creative will give you the maximum ROI, ROI being return on investment. So if you are spending $100, you are expecting to make much more money than your cost. So the creative which will give you the maximum return on my $100 investment or whatever money you have invested is the best creative. If you check our structure here, the campaign, ad set and the ad level. So whenever you're running ads, so at the ad set level like FDMC, US, men 25 to 34, we won't have a single ad. Rather, we'll be creating multiple ad copies and each ad will have a different creative. Let's say if you are thinking of running ads to all these three creatives, then we'll create multiple ads here and not just image ad. We'll also be creating video ads. So the budget that we have decided at the ad set level, that will be distributed among all these different ads. And once the ads are run, then you will see which creative is getting the highest CTR and which creative is getting the best return. So testing is extremely important. And if you're not testing, you're just wasting your budget. Once you're logged in, you'll see multiple options here like design anything. You can create a presentation poster. You can create social media posts. You can create video. Let's create a Facebook video. On a side note, guys, also subscribe to my podcast, Marketer's Feed, which brings you daily actionable digital marketing and online business lessons that I have learned and experienced over 8 years of being in this field. I know your time is valuable, hence the episodes are filled with value and also short, just under 10 minutes for easy consumption. Subscribe now, the link is in the description. Now let's go back to the video. Now Canva will give you some stock videos, so you don't have to start from scratch. Rather, these are already made templates. You can import whatever you like. So let's say if you're into fitness equipment or maybe you're providing a product or a service, then this might look good. So let's click here and apply all 10 pages. So you can see that this ad is approximately 1 minute and 9 seconds. So if you want to preview the ad, click here. The ad is played, makes you feel happier. Number one, you can add your own videos here. You can add your own images here. These are premium images, so they don't come with a plan. Rather, if you buy the Canva Pro, they will be available. So you can customize everything, the videos here, the text here, the number here, all of this is customizable. Like if I select here, I can select this image. The cross line here shows that the image is not free. And if I want to remove the watermark, then either I can purchase the premium element or I can go for Canva Pro. If you're using my link, then you have a Canva Pro free trial. For 30 days, you'll be able to use all the images and then you can keep on using the Canva Pro. If you don't want to use the premium images, you can delete the image and upload your own image. You can go to upload and upload your own image. Let's say if I want to add this image, then I can select it and then I can add it to this particular area. If you don't like the image, click here and click on delete. The image will be deleted. The text is also customizable. You can select the font, you can select the size, the color of the text. You can color it in whatever brand colors you have. You can also add different elements. So you can add different icons, lines, shapes, even stickers you can add. Some of the stickers are free, some are paid. Similarly, you can add different charts. You can add text. If you want to add different text to your video ad, you can do that. So if I want this particular text, then I can select here. I can write anything. If I don't like this, I'll delete it. Expand it. So it also offers the functions of copy paste. If you're using a keyboard, you can just Control C and Control V and it will create a copy. So Canva is highly versatile and you can do multiple things with Canva. Similarly, you can also select the animation part, how you want the animation to take place. There are multiple options. If you don't like the stock animation, you can change everything. Some are premium version as well. And here are the different layers for this video ad. You have multiple layers and you can edit each one of it. If you don't like this particular template, then you can change the template and select something else. Like the 4th slide had a video. If I want to crop the video, I can select the video here and click on crop. And I can crop the video in whatever way I like. I can also trim the video. If you don't want the entire video, then you can trim it to whatever part you want. Let's say I only want 8.7 seconds. I can trim it. Similarly, I can change the text. I can change here. I can change this background. Everything is customizable. If you don't like a particular layer, then you can click on the 3 dots and click on delete. Even the layers can be moved up and down. You can select a layer, hold it and move it around. And if at any time you want to check the preview, you can click the play button and the preview will be available. You can also download it from here. This really makes the ad creation process very easy. And if you have finalized the ad, you can download it by clicking here, download. Make sure it's MP4 video. Currently, this ad has 4 different premium images and you have to pay the price or you can start your free trial. You can select whether you want all the different pages or you want only specific pages to be downloaded. You can do that, and once it's done, you can download. Once the ad is downloaded, you can go to your ad manager, single image or video, click on add media, click on add video, click on upload, and you can upload the video file or the image file, whatever you have created. One thing you have to understand is that your ad creative will directly impact your costing. So the amount of money you are spending on Facebook and the ROI you are receiving is directly related to how you create the ad. Yes, there are free alternatives. You can use canva.com for creating the ads, but then again, you have to accept. If you want to create a professional looking ad, then you cannot do it yourself if you don't have professional skills. If you don't know how to create professional looking ad, then you need some help. And the help will be provided by professional ad creators. To hire the right people, go to marketersfree.com, go to the My Tools section. If you scroll down, go to the freelance section and click on try Fiverr. Apart from Fiverr, you can also use 99 Designs. 99 Designs is a little more expensive, but the results and the quality delivered will be much higher. If you're looking for cost-effective solutions, then you can go for Design Pickle and Penji. Both of these companies provide unlimited design services. Here you'll find experienced graphic designers creating the ad for you. So if you don't want to waste your time creating the ad, you can just give the description and the details, and these people will create the ad for you. But my recommendation will be to try Fiverr. So go to fiverr.com and search for Facebook ads. And once you do that, you'll find multiple people who are creating Facebook ads. Go through their profile, look at the different samples they have done, and then give them the detail and find the right people and they can create the ad for you. Since their only job is to create ads, so they are much more experienced and the quality of ad they'll create will be much higher. Also, if you have some inspiration from Facebook ad library or AdExpress, the link that I gave you, then you might have some ideas about the ad that you're creating. Give the assets like graphics, videos to the Facebook ad guy you hire here or anyone from 99 Designs, Penji or Design Pickle. Give them the assets, give them your vision, what you are looking for, and then they can create the ad for you. So whatever way you like, either creating the ad yourself or hiring someone, you can create the ad. I will also recommend you guys to search for Facebook ad guidelines and open the first link, advertising policies. Whenever you're running ads on Facebook, you have to comply by certain rules. And this particular page has all the different rules that you have to follow while running Facebook ads. So whenever you create an ad and publish it, it goes for a review. It might be approved, it might not be approved. That depends on whether you followed all the rules or not. So if you have anything sexually suggestive, then there's a high chance that your Facebook ad won't be approved. So make sure you're not doing any prohibited content, illegal products, discriminatory practices, tobacco related products, drug, unsafe supplements, weapons, adult content, adult product, third party infringements. So make sure you read through the entire advertising policies. This will really help you out in saving a lot of time by not doing anything which is not acceptable by Facebook. And also this will help you save a lot of time in not getting your ads banned. And also many a times your account will also get banned. So to prevent all of that, make sure you abide by the rules and follow all the rules. Online gambling, dating, running all these ads are difficult and requires certain knowledge. Hey guys, I hope this course is adding value in your life. If it does, the only thing I request in return is to like the video, subscribe to our channel and comment with any question that you might have. These 3 steps will have a positive impact on the YouTube algorithm and this video will be pushed to more people. This will help us scale the channel and will motivate us to create many more free courses in the future. Till now we have already covered Facebook ads overview, creating a customer avatar, types of ads and how to create high quality creatives. And now later in the video, we will be covering the strategies to scale Facebook ads, the mistake people make and much more. I hope you are not just watching but also making notes and implementing all the steps in order to become 10x better. Now let's talk about the audience section. To open this section, click on the 3 bars, scroll down and click on audiences. You will have a blank section. I already have multiple audiences created. If you're just starting out, then this section will be blank. So what is audience section? Audience section is where you can create multiple audiences. Once you start running ads, you'll have some data. People will be engaging with the ads. They might be seeing your video ads. They might be clicking on the link. They might be going on to your landing page. They might be purchasing the product. So once you have your pixel installed on your website, you can create audiences depending on the actions they are taking. Let's say if I want to create an audience for all the people who have watched my video ad for 50% or above, then I can click on create audience. So you can create multiple audiences. Custom audiences to connect with people who have already shown an interest in your business or product. Lookalike audience is extremely helpful for scaling the ads. If you want Facebook algorithm to find the similar people who are taking a certain action. Let's say 1,000 people purchase the product you're selling. Then Facebook has enough data of all the people who actually took the action of purchasing the product. Then you can create a lookalike audience where you are telling Facebook that these 1,000 people have actually purchased the product. Find me similar people who are more likely to purchase the product. Now Facebook algorithm is advanced enough to find the right kind of people who might be willing to buy the product you are selling. So lookalike audience can again be of multiple types. It's for the people who like your page, people who have performed a certain action, depending on the pixel, whether you have installed it or not. And saved audiences, if you want to save some kind of audience, depending on the demographic, interest and behavior, and then you can use that saved audience later in the ad campaign. If you check here, when we created the FDMC test here, at the ad set level, if we scroll down, you can see in the audience section, there was a create new audience or a saved audience. So the audience that you create here, the saved audience, you can select here among the saved audience and show a particular ad to the saved audience. So let's say if you want to create a custom audience. So the source can be many. When we select website, if we go on the iBuy, it says then the audience based on the website visitors from your Facebook pixel. If you have the Facebook pixel installed on your website, then you can create an audience based on a certain event or an action. Let's say you want to create an audience of all the people who entered the email ID on the landing page. So let's say you're targeting the phone numbers of all the people. You have a sales department who are ready to call. And if you're running Facebook ads to get the phone numbers, and if you want to create an audience of all the people who clicked on your ad, visited your landing page, added the phone number and clicked on enter. And if you want to create an audience of all those people, you can select website. Similarly, you can create a custom audience of app activity. If you're running video ads, you can create video based audience. This will give you options of people who have watched 25% of the video, 50% of the video, 75% of the video. Naturally, if someone has viewed 75% of the video ad, that means he's more likely to connect compared to someone who has only watched 25% of the ad. So I won't be going through each and every option. You can check the I button and create custom audiences for yourself. There are multiple options. Like for Facebook page, you can create an audience of people who follow or interacted with your page. This really helps you out in scaling the campaign, in connecting with the people who have taken a decision. Let's say if you want to give a 10% discount to all the people who have already purchased your product or service, then you can create a custom audience of all the people who have taken the action of a purchase on your website, and then you can show them an ad of 10% extra discount. You can also upload a list. So let's say if you have the email IDs of all the people who have taken a certain action or the phone numbers of all the people, then you can upload the list and Facebook will find the right audience and then you can start showing ads. So this is where custom audience can help you out, and custom audience is an extremely important part of running Facebook ads. It's extremely useful and can really help you out in running profitable campaigns. Like if we create a custom audience, let's select website, click on next. As you can see, my Ankur Agarwal's pixel is active. So include people who meet any of the following criteria. So the event could be website visitors and the retention is 30 days. So I can create a custom audience of all my website visitors in the last 30 days. The event could be something else as well. It could be website visitor. It could be people who visited a specific web page. Let's say our thank you page or success page or payments page. You can also create a custom audience of people who reached the checkout page but did not complete the payment. Then you can give them a discount coupon. This is very common in the e-commerce brands. So there are multiple events. You can go by page views, purchase. There are just too many options that Facebook provides. Facebook really wants you to succeed, and that is the reason they give you so many different options in order to run profitable campaigns. Let's talk about lookalike audience. Here you select the lookalike source. You select the pixel or some other source. Lookalike audience is when you're asking Facebook to find similar people. Now, similar people to the saved audience that you have created. Let's say you have created a saved audience. Then you can select the source as other source, FDMC. People who opted for landing page, people who opted for a particular upsell. So you can create saved audience of anything. And then you can ask Facebook to find similar people. You can also value-based source. You can select the Facebook pixel and then select the audience location. Let's say you are only looking for audience in United States. And here you will select the lookalike percent. The higher you go in terms of percentage, the lower will be the quality of people Facebook finds. So if you go for a lookalike audience of 1%, it will give you the best result. If you go for 2%, then the results will decrease. Similarly, if you go for 3%, then again the quality of people reached will become lower. So I usually recommend going for 1% or maximum 2%. Higher the percentage will broaden the audience, and hence the quality of people who are more likely to connect with your brand, your product will decrease. So lookalike audience is an extremely important step in scaling the campaigns. Once you have saturated your interest, let's say you have shown your ad to all the people in your interest segment and you want to find newer people, then you can use lookalike audience. As you can see here, I have created multiple lookalike audience. Lookalike 1% of all the people who have watched 50% of my video ad. I have a custom audience of all the people who have downloaded my checklist. So you can create multiple lookalike audience. Do you know you can also refer our free courses and earn exciting rewards? To know more, check the refer and earn link in the description. Now let's talk about creating the ads. We have already created the campaign objective. I also showed you how to create the creatives, be it an image ad or a video ad, whether you're creating yourself or you're hiring a professional to do it for you. Now let's talk about creating the actual ad on Facebook. Here I've created an example, FDMC, which is a free digital marketing course, and I've created an image ad. These are the pages. Marketers feed our Facebook page, our Instagram account. So I've selected single image or video. You can also go for carousel or collection. Right now I have created an image ad, but if you want, you can also create a video ad here. So to upload the image, you'll find the option here, select media. Here I've selected the image. You can also select the video if you want. Edit the placement. You can select the placement, whether you want feeds as a square or a stories, or the different kinds of placement Facebook offers. Whenever you're creating a Facebook ad, you have to keep multiple things in mind. So this is how your ad will look on Facebook and other placements. You can click here on view more variations to check all the different placements. This is how the ad will look on Facebook video feed, Instagram feed, Facebook stories, Instagram stories, etc. You can check the preview. Checking the preview is another very important step. People don't check the preview and their ad ends up looking very bad. Every part of your ad, from the icon to the name of your brand, to the main primary text, the text before see more, from your image creative, the text on your image, your headline, your call to action, each and every part of your ad is extremely important. You have to optimize each and every part in order to have the lowest cost and the maximum ROI. I will be talking about each and every part and how you can optimize it to get the maximum return. So the first thing is your primary text. The primary text is the text that goes above your image creative or the video creative. Let's look into my mentality on why I wrote this text and not something else. Here you can see the starting line is free gift for you. Now who doesn't like free gifts? Everyone loves free gifts, right? The ultimate goal of the ad is to grab attention. See, whenever you're running a Facebook ad, Instagram ad, or even Google ad, your ultimate goal is to grab attention. People are busy, especially on Facebook. They are busy looking at various other cat videos or some other funny videos. Maybe they are busy watching the images of their crush, boyfriend, girlfriends, whatever. So in order to get the attention, you need to hook them. And the better the hook, the lower will be the cost for you. Here you can see our first line says free gift for you. And not just the text, we have also added some emojis. Emojis are usually correlated with higher engagement. And the word free always helps in getting better CTR. Now everyone loves a free gift. Who doesn't like a free gift? So this will help us get the attention. Here comes our main line. Watch our entire digital marketing course on YouTube. On the image, we can see there's a big, bold, free word. This again tells the person that the course will be free. So they don't have to pay the money, especially when most of the online coaches are selling the course for $100, $200, $500 or even $1,000. When someone comes in, a different ad will come in their news feed which says that the course will be free. This will grab attention. It's time to become a digital marketer in just few days. Now the benefit here is, the main part is few days, that you will be able to become a digital marketer in just a few days. And also everything will be free. So they don't have to pay the money. You can see by the text here that I'm only focusing on the benefits. I'm focusing on the benefit they will get after watching my course. First of all, the course is free. They don't have to pay any money. Marketing is the new future. Be it any product or service, most of the marketing is moving to digital media. So becoming a digital marketer is a very important step in the coming years. Having the digital marketing knowledge will always help you and always supplement your knowledge. It will supplement your resume. It will supplement your understanding of digital media. Now the next line says no sign up required. You'll find that most of the ads that are running on Facebook, YouTube, or even Instagram, almost all the people are driving the traffic to a particular landing page where they are asking for the email ID. Because in the end, most of these online coaches will sell you a course for $500 or $997. When you mention in your primary text that no sign up required, so I'm not asking for an email ID. So this again grabs attention because people don't like to enter their email ID on things they don't like. So no sign up required is again another benefit. Click now and watch all the 8+ lessons on my YouTube playlist. What I'm trying to convey here is that all the people who sees this ad, all they have to do is click on the ad and they will be directly taken to the YouTube playlist. There will not be a single barrier in between where I'll be asking for an email ID or maybe I'll be selling a small product or a small PDF. No, all they have to do is click now and they will be redirected to YouTube. Now YouTube is something everyone is very familiar with. So this will again help me in getting higher CTR and that will directly correlate to lower cost. Now comes the main benefit. Here I have used the checklist emoji just to stress it out. 8+ step-by-step comprehensive videos. I will also be giving bonuses and tools, worksheet and checklist, and daily live session for doubt solve. These are all the benefits the person will get if they click on my ad. Wait no more, click now and get started. So the primary text is entirely focusing on the benefit of the person. Here you will see I'm not focusing on the features of the course, rather the benefit the person will get. So even in your case, whatever you're promoting, be it a product or a service, always try to focus on the benefits the person will get. Let's look at the Facebook ad library I showed you earlier. Here you can see someone is running ads for home beauty product. The only gym machine needed to work out your entire body. Now this is again another benefit. With a single machine, you'll be able to work out your entire body. And then some benefits in the form of checklist. Train the entire body at home, suitable for all fitness levels, burn calories and get toned. Shop now with again a hand emoji pointing towards the link so that you can get more link clicks. This is a very good primary text ad. This is again very good copywriting. Let's try some other product. Let's see what comes up with keto diet. Here we can see hashtag 1 keto diet app, beginners friendly, keto recipes, keto diet tracker, install now. Simple, emojis, targeting only the benefits, easy to read. Even the images are very vibrant. They are grabbing the attention. Another ad, let's see the text here. Want to get your health on the right track? Yes, everyone wants to be more healthy. Keto is healthy and delicious. Transform your body while enjoying your tasty meals and iKeto. See, one of the biggest difficulty whenever someone tries to follow a healthy diet is the taste of the food. People don't like the taste. People love to enjoy delicious food. So they are targeting the biggest objection people have. Transform your body while enjoying the tasty meals with iKeto. So it's healthy and delicious. So in the primary text, you always have to focus on the objections people have and how you can handle the objections and what are the different benefits you can give. So whenever you're writing your primary text, I will highly recommend you guys to go through the entire Facebook library. Check how the other ad creatives are doing it. Understand the psychology behind it. Whenever you're running any kind of ad, the whole goal is to go into the customer's mind, to go into the psychology and understand what they are thinking, the objections they have, the problems they are facing, and how easily you can solve. This all comes under ad copyright. And this is a skill that you cannot acquire overnight. It will take some time, but the sooner you master this skill, the better it is for you. Now comes the headline. Here we can see the main headline is free digital marketing course. I have kept it free digital marketing course because it's very clear, concise, and the free I have stressed because everyone loves free. So it's a free digital marketing course. Then I'm directing the traffic to website, which is a link, and the link is for YouTube playlist. This is again beneficial because if someone sees YouTube, this shows that I'm not directing the traffic back to a particular website or a landing page where I'll be taking the email ID. No, I'm directly driving the traffic to YouTube. This will again help me get a higher click-through rate. Now the call to actions are multiple. You apply now, book now doesn't suit me because people want to learn more about this offer. So I have kept learn more because contact us is not relevant for us. Again, get offer is not relevant for us. So I've kept learn more. Choose the call to action which is most relevant to your ad. Looking at the creative, I've already showed you that creative is again very important. It should be coherent with the brand. I'm not sure whether you guys have been able to figure it out. The one mistake that I'm doing in this image creative is the color branding. Here you can see the brand of Marketer's Feed is blue, orange and white. But the branding of this image creative is orange, cream and some black, some white and orange again. So this is not coherent. Always try to keep your branding consistent because this will help you get a higher CTR, and also your branding is extremely important in whatever you're promoting. So I should be going to canva.com and should be changing the color of this creative in such a way that it is coherent with my color scheme, that is blue, orange, white. Scrolling down, you can see that I already have the Ankur Agarwal's pixel on the website. Although I won't be using the pixel, because I'm directing the traffic back to YouTube. But yes, if I was directing the traffic back to a website, then the pixel would have helped me understand the audience. Once this is done, all you have to do is click on publish, and it will go into one of the Facebook representative, or the Facebook algorithm itself will check your ad. They will see whether the ad is right or not, whether they are following the community guidelines, and it will be approved. Sometimes it takes a few minutes, sometimes it takes 30 minutes, sometimes it takes an hour. That depends. But once you publish, it will go into review, and very soon it will be published. Now comes the part of duplicating. As I told you earlier that testing is extremely important. The text that I have written here, the image that I created, the main heading on the image, the heading here, the call to action, everything should be tested, because never assume that a particular image will perform the best. Assumption never works with running ads. Whenever you're running ads, be it Instagram ad, YouTube ad, Google ads, or Facebook ads, you have to make sure that you create multiple creatives and you test out everything. So if I've added this particular primary text here, then if I copy the ad set, let's duplicate it. If we duplicate it, image ad, let's add it as 2. And here, the next thing we can test is, instead of free get for you, let's add the text as stop, stop, stop. This might grab attention. I'm not saying that this will perform better. I'm just saying that you should test multiple things. Similarly, you should create multiple duplicates. In one of the ad, you can change the creative. Let's duplicate another, and let's add a different image. If we go here, image ad 3, and here we can select a different image. So I'll click on clear all, I'll click on add media, add image. So I'll select this image, I'll click on done. And here you can see I have created another ad with the same message but a different image. Learn digital marketing for free. Now, whenever we are running the ads, Facebook will divide the budget in all the different ads and will keep on showing the ads to different audience. And the ad that is performing the best, the ad that is generating the highest click-through rate, that is the one that we will start scaling in the future. So that is the reason you should start with a small budget, understand the data, and with that data, make your next decisions. Running ads is all about data. It's all about understanding the human behavior, consumer psychology, and understanding your audience in the best possible way, while making sure that you understand the algorithm, while making sure that you use your real estate clearly. You should know what kind of text will have the maximum impact, what kind of creative will have the maximum impact. Similarly, you should add multiple video ads as well, not just image ad. You can try carousel ads, you can try different headlines. So multiple variations will help you get the best data. But you also have to understand, if you have a lot of different variations of the ad, and if your budget is only $10 to $20, then each of the ad won't get enough impressions to get the right judgment. So if you have a small budget, don't try to test multiple things. Rather try 2 to 3 or maybe 4 different things and see which one is performing the best. And then in the next iteration, try different things. If you have any other question regarding running ads, you can definitely ask in the comment sections below. I'll try to reply to each one of you. If you're loving our free courses, then you will surely love our community. If you're interested in weekly live streams, daily discussion, exclusive content, case studies, checklists, worksheet, courses, and on-demand videos, monthly challenges, networking and collaboration opportunities, Ask Me Anything sessions, expert interviews, and much more, then all you have to do is click on the link in the description and invest in your growth. We are running a 50% lifetime discount for first few members. Watching free courses is one thing. Being part of a community of like-minded individuals where everyone wants to excel, that experience is 10x better. Now let's go back to the video. Now let's talk about the mistakes people make when they start running Facebook ads. The first and the most prominent mistake people make is not creating a customer persona. As I showed you earlier, make sure you use audience insight, and also you should know a lot about your customer. If you already have a running business and if you have data of all your customers, then make sure you use that data. What are the kind of people who are purchasing your product, their gender, their demographic, their age bracket, their likes, dislikes, because that will really help you out in creating the right campaign. And the more targeted your campaign will be, the lower will be the cost. If your cost of customer acquisition becomes lower, then your profit margins will increase. Creating a customer persona is extremely important, especially in digital marketing. As you keep on running more and more ads, you'll be able to refine your customer persona. You'll have more customers and more data, and data is king. The more data you have, the better will be the ROI of your Facebook ad campaigns. The second mistake people make is scaling too quickly. Once they start seeing some results, let's say if you go for a positive ROI of your campaign, people start pushing in a lot of money, and that is not what I recommend. Always try to scale slowly. Because Facebook algorithm is such that you might be seeing profitable campaign today, but if you start pumping in a lot of money and if you start creating multiple campaigns, going all in, then the ROI can decrease. So make sure you scale slowly. Try to understand all the different options Facebook gives. Try to use them judicially and scale slowly. The third mistake people make is not testing. I can't tell you how important testing is. Be it the creative, be it the text that goes along with the creative, be it the different age segments, the gender, the demographics, the interest. Testing is the key to success in Facebook ads. The more you test, the better will be the ROI, the lower will be the cost. Never think that if one particular ad creative is giving you a good result, that is what you will run for the next 2 to 3 years. It doesn't work like that. You have to keep testing, be it different video ads, be it different image ad, carousel ad, the text that accompanies with it, the discount that you're offering, even the CTA text. All these small things can really have a major impact on the performance of your ads. And this will only happen if you keep on taking inspiration from what your competitors are doing. Even if you're browsing Facebook just for your normal purpose, make sure you look at the different ads and always try to understand what's the thinking behind someone who's running the ad. And always try to look at the ads of big companies because they have big budgets. They have really experienced marketers who are running their ads. Try to understand the vision behind a particular ad. If they have written something, what's the reason behind writing that? If they're offering 30% discount, what's the reason behind that? Also try to look at the entire funnel. Make sure you click on different ads of all the different companies you see. See where they are landing, how the landing page is. The next mistake people make is not adding downsells, cross-sells and upsells. So if you want to have a profitable campaign, then you need to make as much money as possible with your target customer. So one way is to increase the prices of your product. But if you increase the prices, then your conversion rate will decrease. And the second very amazing way to increase the overall cart value is adding upsells, cross-sells and downsells. You'll see many companies doing this. Even on Amazon, if you search for anything, let's take the case of this product, Garmin Vivo Fit Fitness Band. If you scroll down, you'll find this option, frequently bought together. Even if 10% people buy all the 3 products, then the average cart value on an overall basis increases. That increases the revenue and that increases the profit margin. So hence you can even play at a higher cost of customer acquisition. In the end, you have to understand that many people are competing for the attention of the same audience. You're not the only person who is running ads to this audience. Many of your competitors are also running for the attention, and the more companies who are running for the attention, the higher will be the ad cost. You can optimize till a certain extent. Maybe you have the best ad creative, the best copywriting, you have the best funnel, but even then you really cannot control the prices, the price of customer acquisition. But what you can control is how much money you can make from the customer. So always try to find ways on how to stack multiple things. If someone is looking for dog food, try to find different things that you can add to the basket. Maybe they are looking for some good dog collar. So look at your competitors, look at different websites, what they are selling. So try to add upsells, downsells, cross-sells. They really help in increasing the average cart value. It will also help you increase your margins. And if your company is making much more money in the backend compared to your competition, then you can increase your cost of customer acquisition and beat your competition. This might sound a little complicated at first, but trust me guys, this is a very important part. Adding cross-sells, downsells and upsells will really help you in creating a profitable funnel. The next mistake people make is not creating custom audiences, lookalike audiences, and not scaling it. Many of the businesses will just create few ads and they'll think, okay, this is too complicated, and then they'll stop running that. Yes, you can find a Facebook ad expert who can do the job for you. He might take a 10 to 15% cut for the services he is offering. But if you want to save the 20% or 15%, you can do it yourself. Honestly, running Facebook ads is not that complicated. Also, it's your business. You understand your business 100 times better than anyone who might be running ads for you. So make sure you use all the options. Create custom audience, create lookalike audience, test it out, try different things. Only then you'll be able to become better at Facebook ads. Now let's talk about the tips and tricks of running Facebook ads. I'll keep this part more like a summary of what we have covered, because in the entire video itself, I have given a lot of different tips. So the first tip is that knowing your audience, creating a customer persona, finding the right audience will really help you out in saving time and a lot of money as well. You should know what kind of customers will give the best response. So use audience insight, use the targeting of your competitors, use the list of your earlier customers to understand what kind of people will react the best to your ads. The second tip I can give you is understand Facebook algorithm, understand the real estate that Facebook is giving, understand the power of testing, understand working on the data. Facebook ads is all about working on the psychology and working on data. It's all about testing. You cannot be emotional. You have to work on the data. Your decision should be based on data, not on emotions. The third tip is to have a profitable funnel. There are so many things that you can do in a funnel just to increase the conversion rate. CRO or conversion rate optimization is a very important part of running Facebook ads. If you can increase the backend revenue of your funnel, then you can spend more money in the front end to acquire the customer and beat your competition. So use multiple tools. Use heat map software to understand how the customer is behaving in your funnel. Hire a good marketer from Fiverr if you don't know about conversion rate optimization. Put yourself in the customer's mind and understand all the questions that he or she might have while going through your funnel. What are the different drop-off points? Look at the comment section of your competitors, their videos, their product, their testimonials, and understand all the areas where you can improve. And the final tip is just start, guys. Don't just watch this entire video and don't do anything. Rather, I'll recommend you guys to whatever you're promoting, be it a product or a service or whatever you're doing. At least try it with your hands. Try to create the creative, the Facebook ads, the audience persona. Run the ad. Only then you'll be able to become a good Facebook marketer. Watching the video is one thing, but implementing is whole another thing. And the last tip for you guys is to use the audience manager. You have to create multiple audience, your lookalike audience, custom audience, saved audience. All this will really help you out in scaling the campaigns and to find newer people to show your ads to. Install the Pixel on your website and understand the different benefits the Pixel can give you. Talking about Pixel, I must also tell you about the recent updates. If you don't know, in the recent iOS 14 update, Apple has really focused on the privacy laws. Now, whenever you will be installing an app, you will get a prompt. Prompt will be something like this: allow Facebook to track your activity across other companies, apps, and website. Since Apple forms a big chunk of the handheld devices, laptops, tablets in the United States, so even a move like this will have a drastic impact to Facebook ads. As I told you earlier, adding the Pixel to your website really gives you a lot of power. You are able to understand the user behavior on the website, the purchase actions they are taking, whether they are browsing, the different listings they might have checked if you're running a real estate ads. So there are just too many benefits of having a Pixel. But with the recent announcement of iOS 14 privacy update, now users are given the option to either accept or deny the app to track. Most of the people are already too concerned about the privacy. There are too many documentaries made, especially the Netflix documentary, about how privacy is hindered, especially when you're using apps like Facebook, which is taking just too much data of you, your likes, your interests, your dislikes, your age, your gender, your interactions. Facebook knows everything about you. Now with the recent iOS 14 update, any event that happens outside Facebook, there are a lot of different limitations that have been set. It's a very comprehensive article on facebook.com about how the Apple iOS 14 release may affect your ads and reporting. I will recommend you guys to go read through this as well. One of the major considerations is that your Pixel may only optimize a maximum of 8 conversion events for each domain. Also, you'll have to verify your domain. By giving this opportunity to the iOS device owner, an opportunity to opt out of all the different apps who are tracking you, this will have a major blow to all the ad related companies, be it Google ads, YouTube ads, or Facebook ads. Most of the benefits that an advertiser get either through a Pixel or getting all the information from the users, the targeting will be very limited in the future, at least for the Apple devices. Running profitable campaign will be much more difficult because you are limited with your conversion pixel, your conversion events, and with such less data on the campaigns, the ROI on the campaign will again decrease. Earlier, unlimited pixels could have been placed on a website, but now only 1 pixel per domain is allowed and the domain must also be verified. Earlier, unlimited standard events and up to 40 custom conversions were allowed, but now a limit of only 8 events can be tracked, including standard events and custom conversions for measurement and optimization. Earlier, the attribution window default was 28-day click, 1-day view, but now the attribution window default has been changed to 7-day click. For example, if someone has not opted in for the privacy, if someone wants to share their data on Facebook, then if they click on an ad, they maybe visit a website, then you'll be able to get all the data. What are the different listings they browse through, whether they purchased something or not, whether they added something in the cart or not, how much time they spent on the website. There are so many different events you can create. But if they opted in the notification to not share their data, then only the most prioritized event will be fired. It could be adding the product in the cart, and rest all the information, what all they browse through, all the different events, the data for that will not be shared. Imagine the impact on all the different advertisers if this data is not shared. Less data means the campaign performance will decrease. We will be creating a very comprehensive video about the new changes related to iOS 14 and Facebook. Till then, I wanted to give you a basic overview about the recent changes in this video as well, just for you guys to know.
As always, like the video and subscribe to our channel. These 2 steps alone are the biggest motivation for us to launch many more free courses in the future. I hope you loved the entire free course. Do you want courses worth over $1,000? Then click here to watch our free Digital Marketing Mastery course playlist and click here to watch our free Affiliate Marketing Mastery course playlist.